I'm digging back into our conversation earlier, and I'm thinking about all of the pastors that try to be experts at everything.
Oh, I know.
And the people that look to their pastor for everything, right? The pastor is not only going to give me, a sermon from God's words, but he's also going to teach me what to do with my money, and he's going to be my financial advisor, and he's going to be my relationship coach, and he's going to be my this, that, and the other. And so that's a real weird place to put a pastor, especially around relationship, sex, and sexuality.
Oh,
and it's like, would you just please leave that to the experts? Right? Like, I haven't tried to come on here and be like, I'm the sex expert or I'm the relational expert. I just know what I know based on the conversations that I have and all that kind of stuff. But then I refer people. Like, I'm like, go see them because it ain't me.
Yeah.
That's a very...
Well, that goes back for me to the book I just re-listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck DeGroat talks about all the time that churches it's not just that pastors have narcissistic tendencies. Like, we like their narcissistic tendencies. We're attracted to them. We want them to be charismatic and grandiose and all these things.
Bigger than life.
Yeah. I mean, like, which means the church is a narcissistic system.
Mm.
I mean, so you can't just get onto the pastors. You got to get onto the system that wants them to do that too. It's a cyclical.
Correct.
It's a cyclical issue.
Yes, that's right.
But yes, I've been kind of playing with some language, I don't know, to maybe develop some content or something to be helpful, because you and I, yes, have talked about that a lot, specifically with the sex thing. I think one of the biggest problems in the muddling of expertise within the church system in general, because it could be a Sunday school leader, it could be a group leader, like this happens a lot. It's not just the pastors. There's a lot of people.
Yep.
Is I think I love testimonies. I love them. And I think we all love them. I think we love to hear a story of healing and hope and triumph and joy and freedom. So that's not the problem.
Yep.
I think what has happened is we do not know the difference between telling our story and teaching our story from both a giving and a consumer place. So I would put just as much responsibility on the consumers as I would on the tellers of the story. Because, so in keeping it complex, what worked for you and Juliet's not going to work for somebody else.
It's good.
But they would love to hear your story, and they get motivated and they get inspired.
Right. Yeah.
And they receive it as prescriptive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
that's
it
very
will
true.
not work for them.
That's good.
Or it might work for some, but it's not going to work for a lot.
It's not cookie cutter.
Yeah. And what happens in my office is people are like, well, I went home and I did exactly what the pastor said, or I did exactly what the group leader said, and it got worse. And so then they shame spiral. Because what does it mean about them?
Right. If I must be doing something wrong.
That formula didn't work for me.
That's right.
And so I want people to keep telling their stories, and I want people to still get inspired and motivated, but we're complex.
Yeah, for sure.
What works for one won't work for another. And we've got to, as consumers and tellers, keep it in the storytelling category.
Yeah, that's really good.
So that it's like, you know what? If we want to go home and like try that on, we can see if it works for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's try that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it doesn't work for us, it doesn't mean we failed.
Correct.
It means that wasn't our thing.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I want everybody to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the big stumbling block.
So we're going to wrap up here in just a minute, but I love the difference between storytelling and story teaching.
Yeah.
That's what you just did for us. Like you gave us story teaching, right? It's universal principle that I work for anybody. Make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
As a person and persons within this relationship. Communicate, and then non-demanding.
Yeah.
Right? Experimentation and centralization around this connection that we're trying to have, as opposed to, my husband and I, we have a date night every Thursday.
And date night has XYZ.
Exactly. And so you all should be going to the Cheesecake Factory every Thursday. And then you're like, what? Like, we don't even like the Cheesecake Factory.
Like that place.
Right. We don't even like that place. So the formulaic stuff that's around the story, I'm glad your story is inspirational. How did you stay together 57 years? We took a walk around the pond every day at 8 a.m. Oh, good for y'all.
And maybe you want to try that.
Yeah, exactly.
But that actually might not work for you.
Well, especially if you're a trust fund baby and you didn't have to be at work at 8 a.m. Y'all taking 57 years, y'all took a lap around the pond. Where do y'all live?
Yeah,
we owned a estate that's 750 acres.
I do not have ponds to take laps around.
I have no ponds where I am from.
Yeah, no ponds.
I might have Grey Poop on.
Yeah,
but that's not the same pond.
I would like to see you take a lap around that. Just saying.
It'll be a very quick lap. Set that jar in the middle of the kitchen and just do a lap around it. Jenna, thank you so much.
Oh man, thank you.
No, like this, and you have to come back. Like, I need you as a regular. Like, after I talk to a bunch of crazy people, I just need Jenna to come back and be like, Jenna, will you please
I would love to
help me tell people
Talking
that they're
shop
not
with you is one of the easiest things to do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no,
fun.
I really appreciate your heart, and I appreciate your voice in this space. I appreciate you being a woman in this space.
Thank you.
I think that women need a woman's voice.
Yeah.
To be empowered, to feel empowered, to know that they have permission,
Yeah.
you know, to create these boundaries and to become strong. You know what I mean? And to your point, like getting their power back, getting their voice back, getting their choice back. They have to. I see that in you. Like, when I see you, I see a powerful woman.
Thank you.
Who has her voice, who has her choices, and is using it for good. I mean, you started this company. Mental health is the tsunami that is coming to this country, right? If it hasn't already hit the land, and to have someone like you at the forefront of it is, I'm telling you, it's a great blessing.
I appreciate it.
So I love you. I'm so proud of you.
I love you too.
And thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to have you back.